What is up, xolemates? In this video, I'm going to be walking through a few techniques that you can use right away to give your song that lo-fi vintage sound. The song that we're going to be checking out is Always Moving On by Louie Miller. This artist hit me up through my mixing and mastering service on my store. Link in the description. Let's check out the beat. So we got some bass. Add some doubled guitars. Little organ. And drums. None of these sounds are mixed, and if I were to immediately off the jump, off the cuff, off the rip, give them that vintage lo-fi sound, then usually at the end the beat is gonna sound muddy and it's not gonna sound quality. So let's go ahead and mix these and do some gain staging, and we'll be right back. Whoa, okay, that's crazy. All the stems are now mixed. We got some magic over here on the Xole channel. You should definitely hit that subscribe button. So let's give this a listen. It's gonna sound a lot more clear, and also we now have vocals down here. As you can see, it's just one audio track. I mix my vocals in a separate project. Let's give a listen to this track with the clean mix. Let's go.
I've seen every state, and they all look the same.
The beat just now has a much more clear sound, and everything is gain staged. Thank you. My name is Al Alperson, and welcome to the Speed Mix Game Show. So here we have a few contestants, and they're going to be walking through their mixes in record time. Contestant A, what is your name and what do you do? Yeah, my name is Xole. I make YouTube videos and music. All right, so he doesn't do anything. Okay, so contestant A, why are you here? Yeah, so the viewers of this video, they probably don't want to see like a regular mix walkthrough. They're here to see the vintage kind of lo-fi effects that I'm going to be adding later. So I'm just going to quickly walk through this mix, and then we'll get into the lo-fi effects afterwards. All right, Xole, 20 seconds. Good luck. Start the timer. Go. All right, so let's solo the bass. We've got compression, keep it mono, and then we're adding parallel mixing where we can keep the lows mono and then the highs stereo, spread those out a little bit, and then we're sidechaining this bass to the kick, and then the guitars are going to be doubled, meaning one guitar is on the left, one is on the right, adding reverb through parallel mixing as well, some soothe on both of them, adding some reverb, and then with the organ, just keep it on the highs. Okay, let's go to the kick. The kick, we want the kick to be bass mono, keep those lows mono, add the snare, there we go, some fresh air, kind of brighten it up. And then with the overhead recordings, a little bit move them to the left and right, and then add the tambourine. There we go. Yeah, so did I win? No, you did not. You failed miserably. Let's move on to contestant B. All right, step one to get this vintage lo-fi sound was mix it, make it sound clean, and then move on to the sauce. Step two is gonna be adding your TAIP emulator analog sound effects plugin. So right here we've got Sketch Cassette. This is one of my favorite plugins. RC20 is another great one. J37 from Waves, I love that one as well. I've heard Kramer Tape is great. Cymatics has a free one. I think it's called Origin. And then Baby Audio's got TAIP. Like, there's so many different old TAIP destroyers, basically. So the main thing that we are looking for in these effects are the wow and the flutter. Stay away from chorus, stay away from flanger. Those are a little bit too contemporary. Stick to the wow and the flutter. Sounds fine, but let's turn on the Sketch Cassette, and you're gonna hear that slight pitch bending, kind of warbling sound with the wow and the flutter. Throw in those analog tape emulator plugins, but be a little bit conservative, because step 3 is gonna be some effects that I put on the master of this track. Let's go through them one at a time. So the J37 is gonna be adding that kind of destroyed sound to everything. So that's why we wanna be a little bit conservative on adding it individually to certain elements of the song. You know, it sounds a little crisp, sounds a little bit too clean. We don't like that. Let's turn it on. Man, it just sounds so good. It adds that slight saturation over everything. It gives it that analog feel, which is what we're going for. So the main thing that I'm using with this plugin is I'm just mixing it in with the in and the out, and I'm adding this saturation. This is the biggest thing. It's like a really, really solid old sounding saturation. So let's turn it to 0. A little bit too clean. Step 4. This is another heart and soul of this sound, and that is adding a high cut and a low cut to your whole song. That word came out weird. To your whole song. So throw in an EQ on the master and cut some highs around 12K and then cut some lows around 50. This is kind of replicating what a radio would sound like back in the day. So if you add in these EQs, it just stays with the consistency of the sound. So let's turn it off.
I've seen every state, and they all look the same. I've seen every state, and they all look the same.
The convolution reverb, as you can see, I've only got 12%, but if it was at 100,
I've seen every state, and they all look.
it honestly kind of has like an old sound to it. So I just went through all of the different like presets for the convolution reverb, and this one sounded the best at 100%. So now we're just gonna slowly dial back in the dry signal.
I've seen every state, and they all look the same.
Xolemates, thank you for watching this full video. You don't know how much it helps out. You should definitely go check out Always Moving On from Louie Miller, dope track. And yeah, if you want a song mixed and mastered and then, you know, promoted through the YouTube channel, definitely check that out on my store. Also, I've got some great news. My new single, Sunrise, it is dropping May 6th. So there's a pre-save link in the description. I'm trying to hit 100 pre-saves. That'd be super dope and swag. So if you could, click that link, pre-save it, send a screenshot through to the Discord, and you will get a special role. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Have a wonderful time. Keep making music. Xolemates for life.